Twitch to see when it comes live. Okay, we should be good. Welcome to ANZCRL Combined Racing League's final round of the V8 SuperCars America Championship here in sunny California's Laguna, Seca Raceway. I'm your host tonight, Woody Lizard, and on board with me again is Matty Seeking. Welcome, Matty.
Hello, welcome all. Hopefully you can hear this. If not, let me know in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. So Matty just mentioned if anyone can't hear him, please let us know so we can get on top of it early. But yeah, so welcome, Matty. We're into the final 5 minutes of qualifying. And Sato, the man, leading the championship on pole at the moment.
Only just 8/1000ths of a second.
Yeah, and this man Highlander, as we know, was quickest in practice just the previous session, so he's in fine form here at Laguna Seca and looking to cause a little bit of an upset here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's lost a bit of ground in the championship, so he'll be looking to get as high up as he possibly can. Nothing to lose, pretty much, Highlander, so it'll be dangerous.
That's right. So he's currently fifth in the championship. He's fair way behind Jetto in fourth, but if Jetto has a bad round, there's a possibility the Highlander, if he wins this race, he can jump up into that fourth position. But the talking point is obviously 11 points between Sato 15 and Illogical Sports in the 29 Extra P51 Sim Sports car. So theoretically they're the only two battling for the championship tonight. Endurance race here, 61 laps, 90 minutes to about 95 minutes race duration. So it'll test a lot of these drivers out, especially with accelerated tyre wear at the same time as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we've got cars here. So the team's championship's up for grabs as well too. So don't forget that one as well. The cash show and the extra cars.
Yeah, 35 points separating those two guys. So obviously Dado Racer and Illogical will be doing their best to keep hold of that first position that they're currently holding over the Team Casho car. But we know that Jetto currently very, very quiet out there, but his pace is showing. He's not talking much in the party chat, and I think he's got his head down because Team Casho obviously want to try and grab the team's championships and also at the same time Sato take out the drivers' championship.
Yeah, definitely. It's on for young and old here. So where's Dado? Dado's the other one, and it's third. So at the moment the teams are first and fourth, third and fifth.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be a good race here. And we've also got a wildcard entry in. Casey finally will get some points towards the championship.
Yeah, definitely. Sadly, he's left his limiter off when he's come out of pit lane.
Yeah, I think he was about sixth fastest in practice, so in the midfield.
I think
currently,
he's yet to settle lap. Ooh. Bit of an understeer moment there.
Yeah, tricky layout here, isn't it, Matty? This
Laguna
Seca. It's really driver's sort of circuit, but through here it's so critical to get that turn in right, and it's so fast to get this run up the top of the hill before you come into the famous corkscrew.
Yeah, definitely. Sato's just set a new fastest lap. He's down 120s at 119.5. But as you said, yeah, well, the key with Laguna Seca, it's a lot of undulation. It changes kind of elevation mid-corner. Corkscrew dips down heavy as well. It unsettles the cars. Cars don't like quick elevation changes. So we'll see little spins here and there from a few people.
It feels like the whole world is just leaving you when you go down the corkscrew.
Yeah, definitely. Highlander, Sato's up here though, 2/10.
Yeah, final minute of qualifying, and he's going to basically put this lap down. He'll have time for a second lap, but with accelerated tyre wear, his tyre life is probably going to be at its end.
Yeah, he's lost 2/10 there. He's only just in front there. Nice through corkscrew.
Yeah, we're going to see some nice onboard cameras and any close stuff also on the bonnet cam. I'm sure we're going to see some very good pictures on our screens tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Great
And
little
again, this
circuit.
final corner is
He's
so
pulled it
important as
over.
well.
Must have lost time there. So let's see who's
Yeah.
still out on track. Not Dado.
Oh, there's Dado.
That was a great.
Smiling. He was smiling at the cameras, I think. Just checking on us.
What's Highlander got for us? See if there's anyone else that's coming across the line. Jetto here. So Logical Sports isn't improving on 5th. Jetto looks like he's finished.
So Logical's got a bit of work to do, but he's going to have to try and keep his nose clean at the start of this race as well.
A bit hot in there, Highlander. See if any of these boys are still going. So there's Night Havoc. Dark Lord's behind. So 3 of them are going to come across the line at the same time. We have no change. He's improved. Oh, car on the road.
He seemed to just come out of nowhere. One of the pace
definitely.
cars.
Dark Lord hasn't improved as well, and B Stang is coming to pit lane.
So this is just it. So we'll go through the grid order here on the first row. Sato 15 with Dado Racer alongside him. And on the second row, Highlander, good qualifying result for him. Going to be the pointy end following Sato down into turn 1 with Jetto 13 on the second row alongside him. Then on the third row, a Logical Sports, bit of work to do. Hopefully if he gets a good run. And then Night Havoc in the first of the pace cars in on the third row alongside him. On the fourth row, in position 7 is Dark Lord in the Vazmac car. And then Tim and Jack in the Mondelin car, the second of the Mondelin cars. And then the fifth row, Commander Jim in the Payas car and Beastang in the, I forget the name of that car there, sorry.
The Besmone.
The Besmone car. And then Blue Falcon on the 6th row with Casey having some troubles trying to get a time down there. So hopefully everything's okay with him. There in 12th with one grid position penalty, which obviously is not going to affect him. So we'll see what he can do throughout this 61 lapper.
I think he's done a ploy there to start at the back just to avoid some of the chaos that may happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I may just need to send one of the guys a quick message just to see, because some of the guys may take an opportunity for a quick toilet break before we kick off proceedings here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of strategy, what are you expecting to see? 2 stops, 3 stops?
I think 3 stops would be the safe option, but some might try and string out a two stopper.
Because a little birdie's been telling me we may be looking at a 2 stopper.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, as we know, Matty, the pit lane here isn't very long either, but also the track's not very long either. Lap times, as we see, is 1 minute 20. So, it's something that they're going to have to find out how they go about this.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so I've just sent one of the drivers there just to let us know when we're good to go. Okay, well, we're good to start, so we'll continue on.
I'm excited for this, Woody. I really am.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it too. So endurance racing is always a bit of fun, and a lot can happen, as we know with what we say in strategies. Some are calling 2, some are calling 3.
There's the money shot.
Yeah, beautiful looking shot down this the short sort of start-finish line, but they come up over the hill and then that little left-hand kink before you run into the big hairpin. So which is basically turns 2 and 3, I think. Double apex type of hairpin there.
Yeah, definitely. So if
you see some action, but it's a big wide area, so they should be able to avoid an incident. The only time they have an incident is if a car ends up looping themselves going into that hairpin. But if they can try and keep it together, Plenty of space to get around that hairpin.
Yeah, definitely. If you had to put your house on someone at the moment really early on, who would it be?
Oh, well, I'm looking at the man in third position, actually, Highlander.
Yeah,
I think he's got
I
a point
tend to
to
agree.
prove
Yeah.
in this series. So, yeah, he's been hit by a bit of bad luck throughout the series.
Yeah, definitely. I'm on the same ballpark as well there. I think Highlander's probably going to be out here for a bit of blood. Not so much just in terms of how unlucky he's been so far in this series. Caught up in a couple of incidents and, yeah, be out to prove what he can do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tight first corner here. First corner's a little crest over here. You might see a little bit of action in the back. I remember last year when we ran V8s here, we had a car come a bit loose on the top there and loop it around. Here we go.
So here we go, getting ready.
Who's going to get the best start? Sado?
Well, Sado's been having some good starts, but Dado, I think, might be the one that might have come across and try and get in front.
And we're off it. Spin the wheels here. And it's Sado underway. Oh, a bit of contact at the background there. That is
I think we got a car upside down.
It is Night Havoc, I think.
Tim and
yeah,
Jack.
Definitely. That is a big crash. Jump back onto the rest of the field, and Sado is run wide.
Highlander. Yeah.
Logical's been taken by Darkle as well here. So Highlander, Jetto, Sado, Dado, Darkle, and Logical.
What a crazy start we've just witnessed here. So basically, as you said, Logical just dropped a position there into sixth position, but I think he just wants to play it safe.
Definitely. Casey up into seventh, starting at the back of the grid there. That's a very good start.
Wow, he was lucky to escape that big accident between Tim and Jack and Night Havoc.
Jim in eighth. Blue Falcon in ninth there. B-Stain rounding out the 10. And yeah, Tim and Jack and Night Havoc, they got a while to go.
Well, Night Havoc will be visiting pit lane here. He won't be happy with that. The team pace cars, they have been doing so good throughout the series, so consistent, but 61 laps, he's still got a long way, and he can still try and pick up the pieces. We're bound to see more people visiting pit lane for damage throughout this race.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's very easy to make a mistake here. Cars get very unsettled very well. That is the first with the time penalty, though.
Yeah, look at Dado really wants to try and make a move here. Oh, look at Illogical having a good look inside Dark Lord. He's going to find himself on the outside.
You get two lines around that first corner. You can keep it wide and get a speed coming out of it, or you can keep it sharp.
Yeah, definitely. That's basically it, and it's such a good, interesting track. Oh, here we go. Dark Lord made a little mistake getting it out on the dirt, and Logical's been able to come around the outside before the braking area.
Nice, good move, Logical. So, two cash show cars here, 2-3. Sponsored by the Channel 7 Cash Cow. And get the extra cars, 4th and 5th.
Yeah, so they're all following each other here, and at the moment, as we know for the championship, all Sado needs to do is finish in front of Illogical. He's got an 11-point lead, but Illogical needs to win this race, and Sado has to finish in third position.
B-Stain's had a moment here. Tim and Jack's now in front. So he must have escaped a bit of without a lot of damage there.
Yeah, a bit of front end you can see, but obviously I think it was Night Havoc looked like he was actually going to go up onto his roof, which obviously he's done because he's lost his front bonnet as well. But all in this time why these cash show cars seem to be happy following one another. Highlander's just extended his lead, which is very healthy early on. And don't forget, these guys have got accelerated tyre wear on as well. So they got to deal with, what are you saying, the front right, probably, and maybe the left rear, or some of the rears might really get it down in here tonight.
I'd probably say the front left. The front left's the one that always turns.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
So I guess Sato will really be wanting to see if he can get in front of Jetto and let Jetto be the doorstop to keep it Logical at bay.
Yeah, definitely. Logical's dropped back a second though, so it looks like he's backed off here. Maybe he's conserving tyres.
Well, this is going to be the interesting thing, you know, like if they're only going to go for 2 stoppers here, Matty, the guys that can hold on to their tyres, and Sato has proven to be able to...
Sato!
No!
Sato, incident.
Yeah, but Sato had already been looped, and Sato was already going around, and Dado just helped him on his way. Yeah, to get out of the problem, but here goes Sato, so now there's some pressure building for this man here. What's he going to do? He's going to have to try and just concentrate and get back into the game.
Yeah,
back
definitely.
into the race and not try and push. We know Sato can punch out these times, but it's going to kill him if he's going to try and, you know, he's got a long race. He's got to try and get out of his head that he doesn't need to be on the back of a Logical before they pit. There's a long way to go, so just slowly bring that gap down again.
Yeah, definitely. He's a very, very quick steerer. Sato, he's going to be pushing very hard there, but will that cause another mistake as the tyre wear goes? If we're doing...
Yeah, I think he might have been a bit rattled going up through the corkscrew too. Like, he got a good run out of this little left-hand kick on his teammate Jetto, and you could see that he knew that he had to back out of it because, you know, they're teammates, and maybe it was things were going through his head thinking he might get a good run out of that final corner, and they were going to make a position change there. But,
but the rear of the car was really loose at the moment. It's probably just the way he's got it set up.
Yeah.
If you jam down the gears sometimes, it just unsettles, especially in the hard braking zones. It's just a thing with project cars at the moment. Sometimes just the rear braking stability, sometimes you just lose it. Even the best
it's a nice little pass there on Commander Jim. A little bit cheeky, but he had every right there.
Yeah,
sort of opened the steering a little bit. He, you know, when you think about the previous lap, he looped it, so he didn't want to take a tight line there because obviously he's got those Nelly nerves going there. Nervy Nelly.
So Highlander's cleared here, so he can dictate the pace now.
Jeez, our early bets have already shown up.
Yeah,
Matty, we should have put our money on it.
We definitely should have put our house on it. I don't even have a house, so that's an advantage to me.
Well, put it that, you could have owned a house. You could put someone else's house on it.
So will we see team play at the end of this race here, possibly? It comes to the stage where we're sitting at lap 51, and Logical or Sato really needs that position. Do we see the teammates move over for him? It'll be very interesting to see.
It's going to come down to that. Like, there's different points gaps between different positions, so it's not the same from first to second, second to third, third to fourth. So you're going to have to keep a little eye on it. But at the moment, obviously, it's a clear cut that if it finished as it was now with Sato in 7th and then Logical in 4th, the Logical would be the 2021 SuperCars champion. But we're going to see Sato get closer and closer. So
I'm just going to jump on into a website and get our points table up so we can update the peeps live. Jump on to Casey here. So Casey's on the back of Dark Lord here. So Dark Lord and Casey have had a very good start here. Currently running 5th and 6th. So
actually, looking at that point standings as we stand now, as it would be, Sato would actually still win the championship by 1 point. From 4th down to 7th is a 10-point gap, so he's only leading by 11.
Yeah.
So he'd hold on by 1 point there. So yeah, so it's very critical that a Logical keeps moving up the grid. As he just did, he's moved. There's a big accident between the two teammates. Now that's a game changer as Sato just comes on through with a big smirk on his face. Now that's not what they wanted to see in the Team ANZCRL.
What's happened here?
I did see that in the background there was Dado was sideways coming into was going near the corkscrew, and that's when I saw a Logical go to 3rd, but obviously he's got taken out by Dado at the same time.
Has Dado had a half moment here and just come back in front of the Logical here? There's not much you can do in that situation there, but then the ball which was in Logical's court, has now landed in Sato's court.
Yeah, and also, as I said, in the team's championship as well, it was looking really good for the extra cars that were already leading the championship by 35 to really cement that team's championship. But now, it's basically everything swung in the way of this Casho car team, as with Jetto in second and Sato in fifth. With also Sato.
I have a feeling there may have been something with Jetto as well here, because Jetto has lost a ton of time. So I think the three have come together. There's a bit of damage on the front of Jetto's car here.
Yes, I think you might be right there. Jetto may have had a problem, which then caused Datto to brake heavily into the corkscrew here, which then they've all compounded one another.
Yeah, it's some ultra aggressive defending. It could be anything, to be honest. We'll never know.
Yeah, so we've unfortunately missed that, but obviously, as we can see, Jetto's car is damaged in the front end. Oh, nice move by Casey into third. He's on a mission, Casey, and he's thinking, well, I'm not driving for anyone here tonight. I've got my own car, and he's proving that he's fast. He's doing consistent times at the moment.
Yeah, did very well the oval last night as well, Casey. Fourth quickest in the world, I think he is, at Texas in a V8.
There you go, big scout by the ANZCRL crew when they did some practicing there at the oval in the V8 Supercars in Texas. But Highlander, 11 seconds in front. He is loving life at the moment, but it's a bit lonely for him too out there being so far in front. But when you're leading a race, you don't care how far in front you are.
Casey. He's got Jetto here.
Jetto. Here we go.
Jetto's fake to the other side here.
Yeah, it's so hard. You can't get two cars through this corner, that's for sure. But you can upset the other car in front.
Where's Casey gone?
Where's Casey going to join?
Jumps back on
just
Dark
behind.
Lord.
Oh, look at this by Dark Lord. You don't want to be caught up here.
Oh, detached. Sato, who's now on the back here.
That just shows you never give up. Sato made that little spin. Oh, he's a bit loose, as you said. That car is not sliding as it wants to. Yeah, the tyres, that's the big question. Two-stop that they need to get to 20 laps at least before they pit. It's going to be two-stopper, 15 to maybe 18, 16 laps or so for three-stop.
Not even that. You're probably looking at lap 22 probably for a two-stopper. 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
anywhere from 20 to 22 would be the window, and I think anywhere from a lap 13 to around 15 for a three-stopper would be safe.
So these boys here can't get a bit dirty here, because in the background the two extra cars are just sitting there.
Yeah, they...
Casey's run wide here. Sato's got the position.
So we've given Casey the commentator's curse already. He's just talking up how good he's been going, but he's still in there. Got to find that grip level.
The Logical's past Sato now. The team's made the call.
Yeah, Commander Jim's still looking good there in the Payas car. As B-Stang has obviously he's been in the pits, I think, as well, because Night Havoc's obviously passed him.
Oh, Dark Lord. Cuts a bit of the corkscrew there. You don't see the bottom of the corkscrew when you come over the top of it. That's how much of a drop we got. I think it's about a 53-metre drop, I think, by memory. Something like that, or 35. It's one of those two numbers.
Yeah, it's definitely a big drop. And, these heavy cars too, with them coming pounding back down onto the track, coming back to earth, basically. They're likely to get the front wheels lifted up a little bit as they go over it. So, a lot of forces on the suspension.
We jump on the hamburger cam here.
Sato's just playing himself nicely back into the game here.
He's definitely missed the apex there, Dark Lord. Sato's going to have a good run coming into this next corner.
One thing that we know the difference between Sato and Highlander, because I still think Sato is still obviously on. He's got every sight to actually still take victory here tonight. Is the way that Sato can pick after his tyres compared to Highlander. Highlander's been struggling with his tyres.
Oh, Casey, bit of an oversteering moment here. The last thing Sato wants to do is just fire into the back of someone. you start picking up that slow aero damage, and when we start getting damage on these things, we know we start losing the top end speed.
Yeah, and also then a bit of aero, bit of damage there will obviously cause those front tyres to wear a little bit more as well, quicker, especially when they're trying to extend out their pit stops.
Interested to see the lap time. So Jeto's still doing 23.6s. I think Sato and Highlander are still the quickest at the moment. Illogical does a 23.6 as well. Casey's dropping back a little bit here. Maybe he's burned too much of his tyres.
Yeah, so Illogical's not going too bad. That previous was a 23.
Yeah, 23.1. He's the quickest car on the track.
On the track, so obviously he escaped damage. He looks like he's got the damage just down the side, but his front of his car is still looking really good, so a lot better than Jeto's, that's for sure. But Jeto is still holding these guys up.
Yeah, definitely. It's coming close, I think. Two different lines here.
Yeah, look at this coming up through this little kinky. Nice
Sato,
run by everyone.
Sato just needs to stay patient here. You don't want to get tangled. Logical's only, 6 seconds back down the road here. Jeto defends. Dark Lord runs wide.
Oh, he's had to come off the throttle, Sato, then, to avoid Dark
Very
Lord.
good defending from Dark Lord there. And he's run it tight through that corner. None of them touched the curve of depth.
That's right, and Dark Lord is going to try and position his car. He's not going to make it easy for Sato if he can try and avoid it, because, you know, he's been up amongst these guys throughout the season, and he's not going to let Sato just come on through, even though he's got a championship at stake.
We got there, looks like B Stang. Yeah, B Stang's just letting everyone through. Very good awareness there.
Yeah, just falling a lap down.
So Logical is catching these boys. You can see in the background there.
Yeah, well, he's still in the 23. He's only a little bit faster than, he was a bit faster than these two actually. They were in 24s that last lap, so yeah. And Casey's always looking as well. As Dark was putting a lot of pressure on Jeto. Now he wants to get a hurry up because he knows, oh, look at this. This is going to be interesting. Sato going to try and keep this.
That was dangerous there.
That was a bit of dangerous driving by
road.
Dark Lord. But Dark Lord's just letting him know what his intentions are.
Casey's going to get a run here. Sato defends. Oh!
Oh, no! Casey's... It's not going to be... Sato's obviously going to have a few words here, but Casey's doing the right thing and redressing there. A little bit of hot blood coming up into the corkscrew. He had a bit of a run on Sato after Sato had to avoid Dark Lord.
Yeah, definitely got very messy then. I think there's a lot of people moving. I think Sato got into Dark Lord's blind spot there. You can't really see the car, but you have to expect the car's there though.
Yeah, but Sato, like he actually, when you're saying that he's got to be careful, he actually let off so early coming into the run on to the corkscrew, but then Dark Lord didn't have a really good entry in there, so that got Sato right at the back of him again. Anyway,
just got a bit messy then for a little bit, but that's what we expect in touring car racing. It always happens. Doesn't matter where we go to. Winton, Laguna, Seca, it happens.
That's it. So all Sato needs to do is really consolidate here and try. Oh, as we go side by side through the kink again, Dark Lord really wants to get through Jeto.
Really aggressive here. I think Jeto would probably play best to let him go at the moment, to be honest.
Oh, I would do. See, look, he's even trying to get through the inside of the corkscrew. We're breaking all rules in the racing here that you can take any line you want through the corkscrew. Oh, as Dark Lord's had to hold off from being on the curb of death. You don't want to hit that.
It's looking at
how long is
who's that
parked? Going to hold up? That's either B Stang.
That's B Stang.
Yeah,
what's happening here? Oh, he's just letting people past, is he? Or he's jumping in the pit lane.
He's getting pit strategy, I'd say.
Yeah.
He's probably setting a few things up. Maybe he's come in before to try and do something and found that he wasn't getting the
Sato with the fake there. Oh, bit of contact.
Oh,
No
no.
one has given anyone room there. That's pretty. That's.
You're going to find that you can see Sato now is starting a bit aggravated because he's had a couple of come-ins together now. He's had that with he had the issue with Casey, but then he had an issue earlier on when who was it before when he had a spin?
It was Dado in.
I had the spin, then Dado touched him, but that was he let him go through it like that was Dado had nowhere to go. But yeah, so he's just starting to have a little bit of a problem here. So he's faster than Dado, and Dado wants to try and make life hard for him.
Yeah, definitely. So Dark Lord is through on Jetto. Jetto's done the right thing and let him pass. He's very aggressive, Dark Lord, but Dark Lord is on for. He hasn't been driving badly, to be honest. He's just been very aggressive. He's on the curve again, though. He needs to stay off that Dark Lord.
Yeah, when you start pushing and just hitting that too hard, and you're not off throttle. If you're not trying to get on throttle, it's going to pitch you in the opposite direction. So yeah, definitely. But here we go for round 3 now between Sato's coming in. So this is a 3-stop strategy. As he pulled it up, he's gone in pretty fast there, Sato. Doesn't look like he's got any penalty, so he's timed it perfect with the pit limiter. So this is the window for a 3-stopper.
Got the stopwatch going. Let's see what we got. It's a quick time to check out our penalties as well. And nice.
11 second for Night Havoc.
Yeah, his Night Havoc got done for speeding the pit lane. I have a feeling. Got that early on.
Okay.
Filling up by the looks of it. And we're off. 24-second pit stop there. Nice work from the Casho team. But he's almost a lap down. That just shows you how small the lap is here.
Yeah, he was a fair way behind though, because he was behind Data. There's 25 seconds behind Highlander here, so as we know.
The Highlander's coming out the last corner, and Dark Lord, which is in second, is coming through the corkscrew, coming out. But Illogical is caught up to Jetto here, so we expect to probably see what Dado has done to Sato. Probably very similar driving to Jetto as well. This is for the teams, this is for the drivers.
So Logical's in too. He's coming in. He wants to follow what the Sato's doing. Make sure that he can cover any undercut.
So where's Sato? Sato is currently coming through the kink. I'm not sure what that kink's called, but we'll call it kink.
Yeah, we'll call it the kink, but we got through there with Blue Falcon just letting him through just before it. It's going to be close, but I think Illogical should still be able to get out in front.
He's moving. And we find Sato. So Sato is coming through second to last corner. Weird corner that one is. Unsettles almost every car.
Yeah.
They're going to be nose to tail here, to be honest. This is going to be a lot closer than we think. Come out now, but Sato's only just coming through that kink.
Yeah, but this is a shorter way around. It's a bit slower, but he's going to get out there just in time. Look, Sato's going to see him. There he is.
There we go. So he's out in front, so we'll get his tyre pressures up and we'll come back in a lap or so and see what that adjusted gap is. Who's going to be next to Blink? I'd say it'd be Jetto. No. Dado would come out behind these boys, I have a feeling.
I think Dado's they're going to try a 2-stop, I reckon. And Illogical is obviously being forced to follow whatever Sato's doing, so I think that's a safe move. Seeing they're both contending for the championship.
So adjusted gap, it's 1.6 seconds.
Right, okay, so there's nothing in it at all between the two contenders.
Definitely. This is tight race. Highlander is managing the pace really well here. Doesn't need to do much because they've all fell around him, to be honest. He's part of the seas. He's Moses.
That's right, yes. Everything's just falling into his lap. They're all been fighting over one another, and he just keeps extending the lead. And I tell you what, he can just look after the tyres to make this a 2-stopper. And really cement his place here for the win.
We got Blue Falcon in pit lane as well. That pit box there, for all the viewers, is the worst pit box in the game. Doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah. Especially when you've got no tyres under you, they're fully worn out. You've got to try and get the car stopped at the pit lane and then try and turn right around that tight pit entry, and you've got to keep going around to get into the bay as well.
Dado's in.
Here comes Dado. So that's not quite the thing for a 2-stopper. So he'll be looking at 3 still, I'd say.
Yeah, but
the window for
Case is in as well. Jim staying out for another lap. Tim and Jack has been flying under radar. He's especially been called for lap 1 incident. But Night Havoc as well is actually behind him in a repaired car.
Yeah, fully repaired car, and these two, if you've watched the opening part of the broadcast, these two came together on the just over the rise of the first little corner off the start.
Definitely under a second now.
Yeah,
Dado is not moving. He's not going to be involved with these boys.
Yeah, but he might get onto the back of them late in his stint here with fresher tyres.
He's going to drop a ton of time though.
Exactly, yeah.
And where's Sato at the moment? So Sato's coming under the Mazda side. Cooper tyres, sorry. Back when it was Mazda Raceway.
Yeah, it's in WeatherTech now, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Jump on Night.
So Night Havoc, what a nice little run at the moment. 6th position. After the obviously,
Tim and Jack
there we
let
go.
him
We
through.
got Tim just let him through. Probably giving him an apologised wave at the same time.
Yeah, definitely.
From his first lap indiscretion.
Oh,
we don't know
Tim.
exactly what happened. Oh, he's just gassed it up. Too much scandal.
This is on though.
But it is on, and Tim and Jack's just in front of him. So this could interfere with the logicals braking, especially into this final corner.
One of them's in pit lane. There's the Besmo car in front.
Blue Falcon in front, I think. No, that's Beastang in the number 6.
Oh, little puff of smoke there. Both these cars are really unhappy at the moment. It's very odd.
Well, as I say, sometimes they pick and they get some new tyres, and sometimes it's just not the same as when they were on before. So it'll be precious.
I'd be interested to hear from the drivers when we bring it in at the end of the round to just hear if the track just wasn't there for them, or it's just a little bit slidey.
Yeah, you've got varying conditions here at the moment too. Sort of heavy clouds we started off and going to be clearing to more of a medium cloud, and then the end of the race should see the clouds all dissipate to a nice clear afternoon.
So no one's going to want to give an inch here. These boys know where they are in the championships, and neither of them are going to be moving. This is going to be very aggressive.
We've got to see if Jetto and Dark Lord can come out in front of these guys. They're already in the pit lane, Jetto and Dark Lord. I don't know if they're moving. No, they're still stationary.
Dark Lord's
Night Havoc Dark Lord's just moving. That's right.
So it's a big undercut from these boys though. But they've got 4 laps older tyres.
That's right.
So we're looking at 2 stoppers. It's a Dark Lord and Jetto are definitely 2 stoppers. They're pit lap 20.
Well, Highlander hasn't stopped yet, has he?
No, but he's still doing 25.3 stuff.
Oh, here he goes, just talking. He's in now.
Almost a lap on these boys.
Yeah, so he's on for a 2-stopper.
Yeah, Predator wear. Not on his Highlanders team this week, so they've put some cutbacks to make sure that car's running smoothly, and it is.
So just in front of these guys is Commander Jim in the Payers car, still yet to pit.
It's 4th position though, so Jim doesn't have any right to give him let his position away.
But I'd say Highlander will be starting to move out of pit lane shortly. He's still in there, so this is going to get close.
He's going to be very racy at the end of it, though.
Look, they're going to be...
They're going to be in front here.
So Highlander's actually filling up. It could have been something to do with the fuel. I don't know how much fuel they're going to have to run and burn throughout the race. So maybe he's taking the opportunity to fill up where these guys maybe didn't put fuel in.
I would assume that they would need to fill at least one tank up or past a tank. A full tank would probably still need to put fuel in. So maybe Highlander's putting that in now, but he's out now. So Dado's in front of him. Dark Lord's in front of him. So maybe we'll see how this falls out. Jim's into the plane with it. So currently our leaders are the championship leaders.
That's it, and as it stands, though, as we know, Sato would still be championship leader. He needs to finish no worse than third, or I think if he comes third.
Oh, here we go. Sato's faked. He's on the outside here. Flicks it in. Both of these boys are very crafty racers here.
Yeah, so if the Logical wins the race, Sato needs to come second. If he comes third, he'll lose the championship.
So the biggest winner from the pit stops are these boys and Dark Lord as well. Because Dark Lord's sitting in third.
Yeah, I'm impressed by Dark Lord's run in here tonight.
Has Jetto done something similar to Highlander? Because Jetto and Highlander are 5th and 7th respectively, so
yeah,
they're longer pit stops than the other boys.
Just like a big shout out to Lockie 55s. He's tuning in for the final race, obviously cheering his man on this man, Sato 15. Welcome aboard. And yeah, we only had this has only been the one endurance race tonight. There was no race for pole or sprint race.
Yeah, and likewise
to Sato, he got pole. He was on pole, I think. He had got the pole.
The respective cheerleaders, Commander Cirrus for a logical. He's got the pom-poms out.
That's it.
It's
yeah. The yellow and grey pom-poms for the extra car.
And while he's not currently with us in the broadcast, it's time to play Australia's game of what's Darky eating tonight. But Darky doesn't know we're playing it. So.
Well, I don't even know if he knows what he's eating anyway. Darky is. I think he'll be pumping out the Zeds, Mr. Dark Racing.
Definitely.
He's been involved with the Spa charity 24-hour event on a Seca Corsa throughout the weekend.
Oh, that was close.
Oh yeah, by Casey coming back on the track. Yeah. So also a Logical, the man leading this race, he had some big sessions. I think they were 3 hour 40-minute sessions they had to run on a Seca Corsa over at Spa in the GT3 cars. They had the Ferrari. And representing ANZCRL, and this man Sato actually helped the guys too throughout the event. So the two guys leading this race haven't had much sleep over the weekend.
No, definitely.
And doing a tremendous job here on a track that's going to give the drivers no rest at all either.
No, definitely not. So yeah, it was representing the team. It was Hud's Logical, Dark Racing, and Weary Night, and then we had Cirrus, we had Sato all helping out. Hag for the check-down lead as well. Hud's had a stint, second stint.
Yeah. I think he's the man that set it all up
Sato.
For us to end up.
Bit of oversteer out the corner there. Yeah.
So I think we just seen Tim and Jack up in front of those guys too, to be falling a lap down shortly.
You are correct.
Yeah. So I wonder if he might try and hold him up a little bit to help his teammate Highlander. I don't think he will. It's been a lap car, but he might just plonk his car at a spot where it might just cost him a second or so, but we'll wait and see.
You've got to remember, Highlander's going to be on a different strategy. I think Highlander's clearly in the 2-stop here. I think a couple of these boys are doing 3.
Yeah, so what have we got? 16 odd seconds. What did you say the pit stop?
Tim Jack has had a little bit of an incident.
Oh, well, he's not going to affect those guys. They're already gone on
But
through.
Sano has had a little bit of an incident as well, because there's a 3.2 second gap now all of a sudden.
Yeah, his car looks pretty straight. I think he might have just had a little bit of a moment where he's had to lift off. Could have been a half sideways action. And you're right, his car just doesn't look stable in the rear end, does it?
No, I think a lot of these boys don't have a lot of stability in the rear. I'm seeing that it just seems to be the common factor here, man. Look at all of them. Even Dado's is a bit unstable in sections. I think the most stable car, honestly, is Highlanders.
So we've got Lockie. He just wants to see the curse broken in this Casho car. So that's why he's tuning in and just thinking that
definitely.
The curse is only a curse on the drivers that think it's a curse. So there you go, Matty. You got something to answer there? You and Commander Cirrus both saying
it's definitely cursed. No, that thing's cursed. It's haunted. There's not many things.
That's right.
Not many things more cursed than that car, to be honest. Casper, that's one of them. But that car's number one.
So that's right, Lockie. That's the mass. Basically, Sato. If Illogical wins the race, Sato needs to come home in second. If he comes in third, he will lose the championship. But then it all changes if Highlander. We're predicting Highlander still in the running to take out this race if he keeps running a smooth race. He's on 2 pit stop strategy compared to the 3 of the leaders. So expect Highlander to look to be at the pointy end of the field. So when we look at that with Illogical maybe coming home in second.
I think it's time to get out the trusty Speedo in regards to fuel. So we've got 40 litres left.
So just
have a look at
go on though with the points. So if Illogical finishes second, Sato will still need to come third. If he comes fourth, he'll lose the championship as well. There's enough points differential there. There's a 13-point swing from second to fourth. But that's where it gets, that's when it changes. If Illogical comes third, Sato needs to come at least fifth to take out the championship.
Yeah, definitely. So Sato's
we got the fuel going here.
A little bit more time again. In fact, Dado's only about a second off him. So he's pushing really hard. But I've just got the trusty fuel number out and just been running the numbers in my head. By the looks of it, I think Illogical, Dado and Darkwood will need to put some fuel in. Highlander and Jetto are all set to the end.
Yep.
But the key is Sato. Oh, there's a spin
Tim
up
and
there.
Jack.
That's Tim and Jack. That is a big one there. That's in front of Dado and Darkwood.
Yeah, they all got through luckily. And that would have had a flashback from the earlier in the race when we seen Jetto maybe having an incident in front of the Team Extra cars, both spinning out, coming into the corkscrew.
Yeah, definitely. So I think my effective leader would probably still be Highlander, but second's up for grabs.
Yeah, right. But what a great run here by Darklord, putting a lot of pressure on Dado. And the Team Extra cars, though, are looking good for the team's championship over the Casho car. But Jetto, he was also on a 2-stop strategy. Is that correct?
Yes, and Jetto has also filled up to the end. So Jetto's looking in a very nice spot at the moment. I think the toss-up, I think second and third are up in the air here. I think Sato is going to be very interesting because he has about 20 more leaders than the rest of these guys. So he may need to stop for far less than... Maybe he's just evening his stint out and putting maybe a little bit of fuel in every single stop, or he's very smart with his strategies, but I think it's going to be between Illogical, Sato, Darklord and Jetto. And Dado, yeah, all those 4 guys probably for second and third.
Yeah, I think Jetto needs to just try and pull his finger out a little bit. He needs to... Well, when saying that, he's doing 23s, low 23s, but he needs to get a couple of 22s in there as well, I believe. He needs to try and get on the back of Highlander a little bit, because I still think with the 3 stopper guys, they should probably still pull out in front of him.
Yeah, I agree as well. He's starting to lose a bit of time. Like, I think Highlander's looking after those tyres as well, especially in a full tank. The car's not going to be as quick as the rest in front.
Correct. Yeah, that's exactly
Mm.
right. But the man that's, as I said, he's been struggling with his tyre life in the car, and it looks like he's actually, got on top of that problem for this race, because he was one of the last to pit, opening up this two-stop strategy for the Team Online car.
Yeah, definitely.
And Dado has just got a breath of fresh air, just over 1.5 seconds now in front of Dark Lord. But here's the two Payas cars. Are they together again? Commander Jim and
Yep.
Night Havoc. So
Always
Night
are.
Havoc in 8th. Yeah. And Night Havoc obviously out of sync a little bit because he had to pit on lap 1 for damage repair. So I don't know where he is roughly on fuel and probably tyre wear if Night Havoc needs to come in shortly.
Yeah, we need the AWS tyre bar that Formula 1 get.
That's right, yes. Show the percentage of how far down they're going. Tech not quite there in the V8 Supercars at the moment, Matty.
No, definitely not. We'll see how Tim and Jack's going. He's had a couple of spins. The corkscrew's caught him out a couple of times as well.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see if he's pit for that damage, because there was a big hit at lap 1.
Yeah, with him and what did we say with
Night
Havoc?
The other car rolling.
We're getting a few little time penalties popping up too. We got a couple of red squares happening around.
Dark
So Dado
Lord
with a
12 seconds. Ouch.
Geez, that's going to cost him for a decent result.
That sounds like
a
speeding in pit lane penalty.
Yeah, like Havoc, he's got the 11-second penalty as well. So other than that, the two championships contenders have got no penalty, so that's all race on. And same as Highlander. Highlander needs to keep it clean. Because even though we're saying he's on a two-stop strategy, I still think it's going to be close at the end of this 61 laps.
Yeah, Dado's flying at the moment, 21.6. Starting to find his groove, the elder statesman.
Yeah, well, look, he wants to start causing a little bit of cheek to this man in front, Sato, trying to drop him down into third. He knows that this is his job. Sato's in now.
Definitely a 3-stopper. 30 laps to get to the end.
Yeah, so that means, yeah, he's breaking that up, so he'll stop at lap 50, and do another 15 laps, and then stop for his final stop.
Well, we could see something what he did at Sonoma, where he caught up in an accident really early on with Highlander, and he made it to the end. Well, it was about that was 30-lap stint as well, I think. And Sonoma's a lot more harsher on the tyres than Laguna Seca.
Yeah, that was unbelievable, and you can always catch that on replay as well over on our YouTube channel at ANZCRL Combined Racing League. And you'll see all our series that we've broadcasted all grouped together in some playlists, so it's something to be able to look back and have a look. But yeah, that Sonoma race, which one was it? Was it the final race?
First
Sonoma?
race, yeah, the first race.
First race.
Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable how he managed to get the tyres to last the distance.
Yeah, poor Highlander just adjusting his pitch strategy and looking up, and next thing you know, it was a car on the side.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't even see, and bang.
Yeah.
But that's unfortunate.
So, from here we all accords of account, a logical sport should be coming in with Sato. So is this a play? Is this everyone probably playing their deck of cards now?
A logical didn't. He stayed out. He came in the following lap from when Sato, and he's doing another circuit here. So I think that maybe Sato's tyres, we commented how he didn't seem to be, the car didn't seem to be as stable as the first stint. So maybe Sato's thinking, look, I'm risking it out here, so let's go and get another fresh pair of boots on and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. It was logical here lining up for a two-stopper.
Ooh,
if he holds out for another 10 laps, there's your two-stop window open.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
What, 23
you could even
flat is not bad pace.
No, you could even say if he can hold out for another 8 laps, it will still be a possibility. Like, it still opens it well and truly for he only has to pit that final time, and that's it.
Yeah, and got B Stain coming in.
Yeah. So, you know, if Illogical comes in on even lap 38 or 39, it's still doable to get those 22 laps. It's going to be hard though, but you know, if he's got a lead, he could probably manage it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've got a 7-second lead at the moment, but Illogical has the guy that you want in second, and that's your teammate.
Your wingman. That's right. Like Dado, the old statesman, he's the perfect wingman for anyone.
And we know that Dado came in 3 laps later than Sato and Illogical.
And they've already come together, him and Sato, didn't they? Early on at this corner here, Dado was really, really aggressive. Didn't give Sato much room. Some might have said that he could have probably given Sato a little bit more room, but it's racing and it's championships on the line as well. And Dado wants to do exactly what I did last year, basically to help Illogical come second in the championship over Highlander when we were at Spa. Basically playing the wingman already at the championship, and I basically positioned myself between Illogical and Highlander and kept Highlander at bay to get Illogical through the line to come second in the championship, so we had a 1-2. But you know, it's history repeating, but this time maybe on for Illogical's benefit.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, we got the Drivers' Championship as well, Sato and Illogical, and the Teams' Championship with Illogical, Dado, Sato, and Jetto.
They all sound the same, don't they?
They do. They all end with O's. Logical O. Logical O, Dado, Sato, and Jetto. And Bingo was his name.
That's it, Bingo. Yeah.
This is intriguing, to be honest.
It is. I really want to know when's the Illogical coming in.
Oh, here we go.
Nine Havoc is corkscrew.
Good move.
Yeah. Caught Casey, I think, napping, really?
He did, yeah. He's done very well this season. Very well this season, Night Havoc. He's driven really well. It's been very up and down series, but he's been really consistent. And that
he has, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Up in the main game here this year and doing a terrific job. I did say I think he was battling it out with Tim and Jack. Actually, he's actually ninth in the championship. I know it's Dark Lord. I'm thinking Night Havoc sixth in the championship.
No, he's done well coming up from Super 2 last year. He's the Super 2 champion from last year.
Yeah, that's right. And proved that he on merit he deserves to be here in the main game and doing a great job. Yeah. So this guy, Casey, came in late and basically subbed and was scoring points for a number of drivers throughout the season. And obviously our final round, the drivers can't have a substitute driver to score points towards the championship. Just to close any little loophole where someone could be fighting for a championship or some minor positions and fill it with a known fast driver or someone like that. So he's wildcard entry tonight to fill the grid to 12 and chose his number 7. I hate that car. I can't pronounce it. Elbrexon.
Elbrexon. It's the Wilson Security DJR car lookalike. That's what I call it.
Yeah, well, that's good enough. And yeah, so he's in 8th, and he'd be a guy that we're looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, joining our GT3 Championship Series 5 for 2021. Entries opening tomorrow at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. You can find all the information there over at our website at aus-nzcrl.weebly.com.
That's his first mistake of the day.
First one caught on camera anyway, Matty.
Yeah,
but he obviously wants to keep going underneath the radar here. Why he's position 4 too, so 17 seconds off the lead.
He's kind of sat constant, to be honest, even with the full tank. It's just kind of sit constant. We've come to that kind of weird area now that I feel that everyone's tyres are sponges bar Sato.
Yeah, well, Sato's putting in some good times, 21.8 that previous lap, and only, what is he, 7 seconds behind Highland. Theoretically, maybe could be the race leader once all the pit stops are done. As we know, some are in different strategies, but the big call is a logical extending this this stint, the second stint on these tyres for a 2-stop strategy instead of going the 3 that Sato is obviously on.
Yeah, definitely. So if a logical extends this out to a 2-stopper then, and what, we're a 17-second gap to Highlander, does this mean that a logical then becomes the effective leader even when we have our fuel go into our car? Oh, a logical!
Ooh, not with little moments like that.
No, the gap jumps down 14 seconds now. Here comes Dado. Dado now takes the lead.
Yeah, and I think a logical's just going to go nut too much of a risk. I reckon you'll find him in the lane here.
No, sticks it out. Last thing a logical wants to do now is hit him at the same time.
And Dado's a possibility of a 2-stopper as well, because they pitted, I think, on lap, I think it was 17 or 18.
There's someone that looks like they've disconnected back there. That is Jim, and he is not moving.
Oh no, Commanders, Jim's moving on my screen. Maybe you're going to disconnect. So if you can put it on a logical for me.
Unless
is the logical moving for you?
Yep, everyone's moving for me. Yeah, everyone's moving but Jim.
Nice. So Commander Jim's moving on my screen when you're on his view. So we're watching him. So that was fine. So the game is obviously we get all these different little bugs just seem to be happening all the time every now and then. It's obviously with the newer systems coming out and the game's not being supported anymore. So maybe a few little things creep in. But this man Sato still on a mission and very close now. He's closing that gap to Highlander. But yeah, getting back to that, yeah, theoretically you'd say a logical is the effective race leader if he's going to a 2-stop strategy.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where this rolls out though, because if Sato extends this stint here, will he be a sitting duck at the end? And come the end, if it's a logical v Sato, it's going to get very, very dirty very quickly.
Well, it'll get very dirty, and also with the man Dado as well. Like you see, he'll be doing everything he can too to ruffle some feathers with the Casio car. So, but you know what Sato really needs? He needs Jetto to come in to try and help him as well. You know, it's the old having a teammate just to help you out, to try and keep these challenges at bay. That's the thing. But I think Jetto's just sort of fallen off. He hasn't been able to keep up. He did a 26 that last lap, so obviously he had some problems. Sort of 2 seconds off the time that Highlander's been punching out.
Nope, he's not disconnecting, he's now moving.
Nice.
Must have been a little glitch there. He was just parked there in the middle of the road, nice and ghosted. He'd Caspered.
He Caspered, there you go, the old Casper car. So we've got the old track maps coming up here, and you can see the little arrow here is of a logical sport. Blue dots are the cars that are effectively going to be a lap down.
Yeah, definitely.
After the race, or already a lap down.
Starting to see Dark Lord drop back now. Just slowly, the tyres not there for him. He's got 14-second, I think, penalty as well. Slowly come back to Highlander. I think it was only about a 3-second gap. But Sato's on the back of Highlander now.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Let's stick with this because this is a great little battle that we can see here. Sato a lot faster than Highlander, with Highlander trying to extend out for a 2-stopper. Look at the closing gap Sato has.
He's let him by.
Lets him through. Knowing that I still think Sato's going to come in again. There's no way he's going to run this to the end.
I agree with you there.
It's physically not possible. I don't know if we know the fuel. Did Sato have to still put some more fuel in? Was he one of the ones that you mentioned?
He's got 32 litres, yes. So the answer is yes, unless it's a little splash and dash. We got 16, 12 and a half, 16, 32, the end.
Yeah, so Logical's going to be in for a while to get fuel as well. So
but he won't need a lot of fuel though. Or he surely won't need 60
He's going to have to put in about 40 so litres in, I'd say. I'm not too sure what the burn is on the fuel, if it's about 2 litres or a little bit more. You expect to be a little bit more than 2 litres a lap around here.
I see someone coming to the line. Jim, let's jump on and have a speeder up on Jim. Sorry, Jim.
So say it was, 45.5 or something like that.
Yeah. Jump on the roof cam as well, and we'll do a lap with Jim.
Yeah, on the Payas car. You can just see he had a lot of understeer going into that final, that right-hand corner there. As the Logical's already in pit lane, so he's had to...
he's called it.
And this is where I'm saying, though, this could still get him to the end. 38, he's going to have to be very conservative with those tyres, though. It's going to be a big stint. 23 laps, something like that?
Yeah, it's doable. He would have done 23 laps on that stint.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of understeer there.
So he's used about about 2 litres now, you could say. So it might be just around about 2.5 maybe, just under.
Yeah, 2.4.
2.3. We didn't quite get him on the start line, so we just ran it out. But there you got about 2.4 roughly.
Yeah, I'd say 2.4. So Logical's out. Just shows you how tight that pit exit is when I get back to trackside. There we go.
Yeah,
so
let's see how
Sato
much
is
fuel
past
he's
Dark
got
Lord
in.
now. So he's flying. 20.9.
Yeah, pretty much the fastest lap of the circuit now. I reckon that's the fastest lap of the race. That previous lap. So he's now hunting down Dado's Highlander now pits. So there's his final stop, whereas we're still expecting Sato in the lane. And Sato needs to put some fuel in too, not much. But what's the Logical's fuel though while we're on him? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, my bad. 67 litres.
Oh, he's put a lot more than he really needed, didn't he, when we go through that 2.4?
Well, no, not by the looks of it, because Highlander's got 69.2. So that seems to be the ballpark. So Sato's going to have to put in from where he's speaking probably close to 40 litres. 30 litres. 35?
Okay.
No, 35 is... Yeah, 35.
So if we're going off about 2.4, they're going to need roughly about 52 litres, 53 litres to get to the end. So
yeah.
Probably on a safety margin, having that extra fuel.
If anyone that's going to push the limit closer will be Sato. Well, here's the out, and Highlander is first. Just.
So there you go, just. So this could be the effective lead at the moment. But Highlander is just trying to get his tyres back up to temperature. So, you know, he's just got to take this lap to probably be back onto his race pace.
Dark Lord's in pit lane. He's going to need a bit of fuel here, though. Probably see him behind these two boys.
Yeah. And Dado's looking good as well. Currently still leading this race. What's his margin to those guys? He's got about a 48-second gap.
Yeah, 48.
So you reckon that it's
probably
going
on
to be
par.
pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably looking about 45 seconds to 50 seconds for a pit stop, especially with the fuel that Dado's going to have to put in as well. Oh, so close to the back of Highlander. Is a Logical.
So Dark Lord is down past these boys. There's Night Havoc as well. He's just moving now. So that gap's now down to 46. So they're coming.
So, yeah, coming. So Dado needs to come in this lap, otherwise he's going to lose time and he's not going to be able to have any fighting power to stay in front. So here he is, he's in.
He's in. Good call. Sato is that for another lap.
Yeah, so but Sato wants, he's on a 3-stopper, so he's going to probably come in on lap 46, or 45 to 46.
Yep. So Sato, in terms of time, is down in the 22s now, so he's only really running the same pace as a Logical now. But we'll jump back on. So there's Dado in pit lane. Highlander is coming up to the corkscrew. So these tyres have stabilised out now, so he should theoretically pull away.
So we can see the white dot there still in the pit lane. So there you go. So we'll wait to see if we can see that white line start moving, white dot start moving, which I think it is just now. So
no,
he's just, oh no, that's our wishing it was moving. But
there
here it goes. Now it is. So he's going to lose, but he's also going to have the fresher tyres to these two. So he's played himself back into the game, not too bad.
Jetto is in pit lane now. So that's probably, hopefully, you assume just tyres. But oh, he's not that far behind these boys, to be honest.
Nah, not at all. So it's race on. And he being able to just see his teammate Illogical in front, he'll be happy about that. Knowing that he's got a good possibility to try and block out Sato. Once Sato comes out.
Casey, Jim, and Tim and Jack are all in pit lane. It's
so
very busy.
He's very busy in pit lane, but this is the big, we need to all be waiting out for the next 3 laps till when we're expecting Sato to come in. He's got a 40-second lead roughly on these guys.
Logical. Runs it deep. That inside curve there does sometimes put you into that tyre wall, the Repsol wall.
He knows though this is his time. He needs to make this move on Highlander because this is his race. He needs to win this. He can't be held up by Highlander.
Crisscross.
He's had to fight hard. He's had to fight hard in the Logical. He's been caught up with a few incidents. Oh, look at this. It's on into the turn 2.
Highlander runs it deep.
As you can see, that double apex into that corner. There's so, as you said, Matty, you mentioned it early in the broadcast, there's so different lines that they can take through that corner.
Yeah, definitely. So here's Sato about to overlap his teammate.
Yeah, and he gets out of the way. Jetto, sorry.
Oh, they're all in with O, it's all good.
That's it. Just say it really fast and end with O, and you think you got it right. So Lockie's barracking for Highlander. He knows if Highlander stays in front, he's going to make Illogical's job harder to try and win this championship. But why he's got Dado, his teammate, behind him, he's got his best chance to still take this championship.
Oh, there's Casey. What's happened to him? Just letting these boys past. It was a good start for Casey, but he's starting to drop down a little bit now. Illogical's very strong through here.
Yeah, just to remind everyone that's watching, if Illogical finishes second in this race, Sato needs to finish third. If he finishes fourth, Sato will lose the championship. And likewise, if Illogical wins the race, Sato needs to be second. He can't be third. So it's definitely game on here. And Dado can definitely do his part towards the championship, the Drivers' Championship and the Team's Championship. It looks like the Cash Show cars are going to struggle with Jetto seems to have just dropped off the pack. And here he is. This is the moment. Let's see where Sato's going to come out.
2 laps early. 3 laps. Oh, yeah, 2 laps early.
Yeah, he's still got the ability. He's been, what's that going to be, 16 laps? 17 laps, actually, he's going to have to do.
These boys are just coming through corkscrew.
Remember, Sato's putting fuel in it as well, so he's going to be standing still for a little while. But it's going to be tight. It's going to be like how when Dado came out, really.
He's going to be very close to Dado, I see. He's moving now.
Oh, look at this. This is going to be so close. Has Sato timed this to perfection? I tell you what, this is going to be fireworks coming into this corner. Here they come. They got pace.
He's out.
Big moment in the championship here on lap 45 of 61 as Sato I thought he was sideways going into the coming out pit lane, but
he's got it.
Oh, great move by the Casho cars. They have done brilliantly in their strategy. So Sato has been able to claim still that first place. And now it's a run to the flag between these three.
Jump onto the speedo here, and he's gonna. That's really tight.
But as we said, I still believe that both Highlander and I think it's Logical had probably put a bit too much fuel in. So I think Sato should be safe. And his tyres, he's in a good place at the moment, leading the race with the freshest tyres.
Yeah, definitely. He doesn't need to push hard too, Sato. We see him, he always pushes every lap here, but he's got the ability just to run his own line, hit the braking markers here where Logical's going to have to push.
Yeah, well, as I said earlier, about 2 laps earlier, Logical really had a pressure on Highlander, knowing that he needed to clear Highlander early, but he hasn't got anything there. Highlander's doing everything right. Highlander still believes he can win this race too in himself because he's still got the car pace. They're going to push Sato all the way.
Fourth and there's Darkwood there, just sitting in fifth. Not a bad run from him, but he's 10 seconds behind in front of Jetto, and he's going to have to get a couple seconds. He's got a 10-second penalty. 12 seconds, sorry.
12 seconds, yeah.
So that's effective at the moment. P1 and 5 for the Cashos. P3 and 4 for the Extras.
Yeah, which would give them, they came into this final round already leading the team's championship by 35 points, the Team Extra Cars. So they'll give the P51 Sim Sports another team's championship. Geez, they've been doing good in 2021. They were so lucky to sign these guys up at the last minute.
Yeah, definitely, because I suck at these. Here's a series I looked at and went, nope.
But going to be back stronger for the GT3 Championship, I believe.
I wouldn't say that. I'm in the Cadillac.
But everything happens in the backseat of my Cadillac, so
definitely.
It should be right.
Definitely big boys. Everyone in their Lamborghinis and their Ferraris now bring in just a standard family saloon.
That's it. Bring them out. If only these supercars could run with them. But here we go, Jetto. How far behind is he? Yeah, he's got enough of a margin to, obviously, as you said, with that penalty for Dark Lord, to leapfrog without even passing him on track. So it's looking good, but he seems to be catching him anyway.
Yeah. So 21.5, a 21.9 and a 22.3 are our top three at the moment. Sato's coming up to a bit of traffic here. This second's B staying.
Yeah.
Or no, it's Blue Falcon. Blue Falcon's got himself into the top 10, so that's a good job.
Yeah, nice drive. After having a little bit of a issue there, as we said early on. But going well. Actually, no, he wasn't involved in that accident. It was Tim and Jack, wasn't it?
Yeah. And, Tim and Jack's had a...
Not had it.
Well, these two are actually fighting for the back end of the top 10 here. So let's hope these boys can fight well and let these guys behind past. What we'd like to see is a Logicals on the back of Highlander again. Good stuff. These guys are racing hard. Yeah, look at this. The racing line out wide here. Very good awareness here. Tim and Jack takes advantage of that.
Yeah, he's one that will never back down. Yeah, so it looks like Lloydie is saying, well, you need someone to show you how to drive the GT3. So is that a call out that Lloydie could be joining us in the GT3 Championship? We haven't seen Lloydie on the Project Cars 2 for a while. It'd be good to have him back, running a little bit of cheek.
Mate, I had that Cadillac hooked. I just didn't touch the pit limiter when I entered pit lane at Spa.
That's it.
Formula 1 pit lane is all the way down the end.
Disqualification. Yeah. So here we go with Dado, still not too far from a Logical.
Ooh, was that Blue Falcon running wide at the top there? It was.
Blue Falcon, yeah. Good pickup.
Jump onto logical. He's probably the strongest car in the last turn.
So here you go, Logical's got a second wind here. You know, Sato's got a 5-second gap on these guys now, and Highlanders seems to put in some times and then a bit slower. So it's given the Logical another chance to get in front.
Well, that's probably the fastest lap of the race, Sato there, a 28.
Yeah, he had a 20.9 earlier, so yeah, you're right.
Don't think there's been a lap quicker than that. We jump quickly onto the timings and you should find, yeah, 28, it's the top one. Hope you boys saw that.
Yeah.
Power read.
Yeah. The power rankings, mate. So will the Logical let Dado, like at the moment, the Logical knows that really, if obviously if he finishes here, the championship's not his. So would he just go for an all-out bet and just give Dado maybe a go to challenge Highlander and maybe try and unsettle Sato in any way? You know, when Sato starts seeing Dado coming on through. Has Dado got that pace though? That's another thing.
From the times, personally, I would say no. I think the fresh tyres are Sato's best friend at the moment.
Oh, definitely
He's definitely quicker than a Logical though. Oh, Highlander runs wide.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a bit squirmy as well, Highlander. Oh,
so why Sato?
Someone's spun in the background there. That's Tim and Jack. He's doing doughies already, and it's for lap 48 to 61. He's keen for this to end.
Yeah, no, there's still another 11 laps, so that's a little bit of time before they can start celebrating those donuts. But I really reckon that Dado should really, if I was illogical, I would let Dado through and just see what Dado's got and see if he can move on through. But anyway.
Oh, Dado's into the dirt there.
But with Sato going out early, even with those fresher tyres, and he's putting in those times, it's still good because he knows he's got the tyre life over these guys. Oh, it's Highlanders. He seems to be slow out of the corkscrew. That's where Logical seems to be catching him.
Well, yours truly itself has set it up, haven't you, Woody? And the one thing you are very good with these V8s is the way these things put the power down.
That's right.
I've noticed that all season that the extra cars have been able to put their power down really well.
Yeah,
they just get to their top speed quicker.
That's it. It's good, good suspension setup and a bit of rake on the car. But yeah, definitely.
Highlander looks like he's starting to overdrive as well too, though. He just needs to probably peg it back a couple and just start hitting his braking markers. He's starting to pinch a few front brakes here.
2 seconds slower too, and Sato's just extending that gap out even more, making his job a lot more easier.
Yeah, he's just chilling, Sato. That's really all he's doing at the moment. Doesn't need to
we're getting back,
go quick and
that's right. But getting back to him even going quicker, you know, and using up his tyres a little bit. You know, some people might think, well, why is he doing that? Well, Dado.
Dado.
Anyway, so trying to find a shortcut. Anyway, so
a sort of shortcut on a straight.
That's it. Yeah, with him doing that, like he knows that he can push that gap out, and then he'll be able to still probably help. You know, he gets that gap in front of these guys, and if they start slowly getting him, coming at him near the end of the race, he just needs to manage the gap. So look at how close the Logical is now. He really wants to get through. He's getting frustrated being behind this Team Mondelez car.
Yeah, definitely.
It's been a very healthy battle, though, between both these two. Oh, here he goes.
Oh, there. Oh,
he's going to try and
he's
keep
out.
it nose.
Sato is in front. There's not much you can do there. It's intimate, straight contact there if he keeps it in there. So probably the lesser of the two evils there.
Yeah, Now let's see what Dado can do. So Dado can get in front early on. There's still 10 laps here on this race, so there's still some time. But 12 seconds, that's a big deficit to try and bridge. What they need to do is have something. Sato may make a little bit of a slip up, but the way Sato's been driving in the later half in these races, it's been terrific.
See the way? Yeah, you're right there, Woody. The car just doesn't seem like it's put its power down. I don't know if that's a line thing or just a setup thing. Like even Dado's
setup.
Oh.
So Highlander's turning a little bit early into that final corner.
Yeah, it's not bad though.
It didn't hurt him.
He's running it defensive though. Is he taking the corner here too sharp? He's turning in really early, locks that brakes up, he runs it wide. I mean, you can take that line.
Yeah, it gives you a better exit speed to run in the line that he's doing. So it's not too bad, because then you can really defend these two right-hand corners, because you've got that exit speed as well. So, yeah, it's interesting the way that they can take different parts of that corner.
Let's quickly jump on here, and the gap's down to 7 seconds, so Jetto still has that position.
Based on penalties, if you're just wondering why we say that even though Jetto's behind Dark Lord has a 12-second penalty.
He's been caught out, just coming a bit too hot in the pit lane.
Here we go. Dado up over through on the entry to the corkscrew. This is where they've been fast.
He's cooked it.
He's cooked it. Yeah, we've both said at the same time. You can just see, so I think he maybe came in just coming in. Probably, I don't know if he cooked it or if he ran wide, because knowing that where Highlander was, maybe he was trying to avoid contact at the same time.
It's given Highlander a small breather. Have a sip of water while you're on this semi-straight.
Yeah, doesn't give you much time. You end up with it all over your lap at the same time.
Unless you're Kimi Räikkönen, of course, and you don't have access to your drink.
That's shit.
It's like 54 or 61 here. It's a 15-second gap now, so Sato's jumped back into the 22s.
Yeah, the tyre is with accelerated tyre wear. Has obviously seen its life. Oh, here comes.
Oh, here we go again.
Fast. It's only a matter of time before these yellow cars will get Highlander, I think.
Has the logical backed out of it just to cool his tyres down, go for another bite of the cookie maybe?
Yeah, it could be, but also remember Dado's got I think it was a 4-second penalty. He had a bit of a penalty.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Dado.
Oh, look at
There's a power of the extra cars, as we say. They get the power down well.
Oh, a bit squirmy there. I don't think any of these cars look happy at the moment. I think the only one that's really happy is probably Sato, and he puts out a 21.5, so he's extremely enjoying this. We've got B-Stain back in the pits here. Car looks slick.
Yeah, I'd say maybe for fuel or tyres, something like that. But yeah,
wrong person.
Nice run by B-Stan coming in late as well. He took over from Lolux earlier in the season too, so he's coming to grips with the V8 Supercars. He's put in some performances that have been fairly good.
Yeah, he had a good round at Sonoma. Very good round at Sonoma.
So he's getting his the pace is sort of there for him.
Definitely.
They're a different breed of car to drive, that's for sure.
So this here reminds me of our Sonoma Race 2, Woody, where they kind of sat in line and tendon for 20 laps until the kickoff in the last quarter, the last lap.
It was all action. That's it. It was mayhem. I'll tell you what, it'll be just reward for Dado at the moment being in front of his teammate. He's had some difficulties throughout the season, Dado. He's showed some good raw speed. Got tangled up being in the midfield every now and then.
Yeah, definitely.
Lost him dearly.
It's what happens when you sometimes qualifying just a poor area. You don't know what's going to happen in the midfield. Get a clean start like we did at race 1 at Long Beach, then you can get absolute chaos like we got at Sonoma.
Oh yeah, you just never know. And that's also what's happened with Highlander as well. So, but a good run from Highlander, currently second, and looking to be just to hold on from these fast extra cars behind him, trying to keep him at bay.
We're at 56 of 61 here, so Logical's just back there. I just don't think he's got the pace anymore. I think those tyres are sponges. He's running on sponge cakes. It's get the cream filling out and the jam. That again is
so
on the
three-stop strategy. Obviously, was the faster of the option of that or two.
He's very tight through there, Highlander.
Well, that lap around there, he was very good. Hit the lines.
Yeah, Logical's dropping back here. So yeah, 22.7 there. The lap before there by Sato was another 21. 20-second lead here.
Yeah, he's just showing his dominance. He's a deserved champion. The V8 Supercars Sato 15. Running with Jetto in the Casho car. Currently 6 Jetto, but as we know with the time penalty, he's going to leapfrog Dark Lord into
yeah, definitely. There's only
position.
4 seconds here, so he's actually catching him quite quickly. But still not a bad run there from Dark Lord, to be honest. It's probably his best run of the series so far. He was up into 3rd at one stage.
Yeah, he's done well, and obviously I think coming in the pit lane probably a little bit too hot. Not hard to do here at Laguna Seca either.
These boys are hitting the corkscrew hard.
Yeah.
Now, I'm surprised no one's touched that curve of death. They've been very clean around there,
Yeah, I think everyone's aware of it, that it can really send the car sideways and pitch them. But they've done really well. We haven't seen anything on camera anyway, so that's a good sign.
Definitely. Because there was a big thing last year. I think a lot of people were having at least one incident there, maybe 2. Oh, Dado cooks it. That's a proper cooking.
Yeah, it is. And those tyres, you know, could be just those that just nothing in the front tyres at the moment. Trying to ask heaps on the brakes, trying to get them to pull up and then turn as well. It's asking a lot. I'm just super impressed the way this man here, Sato 15, has gone about the championship.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at all the splashdown toilets up on the top of the hill there.
They've got a few Bud Lights in them right now, so there'll be quite a big lineup, I would say.
Yeah, that's right.
The Monterey's version of Bathurst Laguna Seca is. It's really all that they can offer.
Yeah, well, it's a good version of Bathurst, as close as we could get for an endurance race here in America.
Yeah, definitely. They haven't had to travel far from Sonoma as well. It's only, 20 minutes between the 2 tracks almost? Monterey and Sonoma.
We keep it nice and easy for us. More play.
Streets of Long Beach. So it's very, very East Coasty. So West Coast, sorry.
That's it. We started at Long Beach and we finish here at Laguna Seca. And where else did we visit?
Seca of the Americas.
Yeah, and the Sonoma, as we said.
And round 2 was a circuit in America, which has invaded my mind.
I'll be bringing that up right now. It was Indianapolis Motor
there we
Speedway. The road course. So
the Brickyard, of course.
Round 2. How can we not forget about that? Well, we did. But anyway. Hey, Dado, here he comes. up the hill. He's got 2 more times to try and get Highlander. As the Logic was checked out of this battle, his tyres are absolutely cooked.
He's running dangerously close to Logical to losing Dado's time penalty here. Oh, bit of contact.
Yeah, well, if Dado can get in front of Highlander, you may see Dado get enough of a gap to still hold on to 3rd position.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
he goes down the inside.
Oh,
he is on every inch of that brake pedal.
He turned in early then, Highlander too. That could have been disastrous.
Well, I don't think he's turned. I think that's been his line. I said it earlier that he seemed to turn in early to that final corner. So that's been his line throughout the race. So
Logical's come back now, so maybe he has cooled those tyres down.
Yeah, a little bit faster than him. Still in the 25s, though. He's got nothing to Sato. Still in the 22s.
All these
no one
boys
else
are in
him.
the 25s.
Yeah. You even got. It's unfortunate what happened to Night Havoc. When you look at it, he's still doing 25s. He could have been in the battle with these guys too.
He's got a bit of damage on the front of it again, so he looks like he's had a little incident somewhere.
Yeah.
He's got the Jetto look, like to put it. He's only got the left side light on.
That's it. But you give credit to both them, to Night Havoc and Commander Jim. Tremendous season from those guys in the Payers car.
Yeah, definitely. We got Sato's just started the last lap here, so let's ride with him.
Yeah, definitely. We got to reward Jet Sato here for an unbelievable championship here in the V8 Supercars America. Just 5 rounds.
Keep my eye on these boys here. Not too far away.
Yeah, Sato deserves this championship for sure.
No, it's been a very good drive here. The class of driving for this whole championship's been very good from all these boys, to be honest, not just Sato. Even the boys that haven't been able to make it, Weary and Cirrus and Devil X as well.
Yeah, Devil X unfortunately sick tonight, so wasn't able to take the #1 Vazmat car out for a spin. I'm sure he would have loved to.
And then you've got B Stang as well, jumping in last minute on Lolux, and Blue Falcon, even though they've given it a solid crack. Tim and Jack as well.
That's right.
Comes through the second to last corner.
And one more corner before Sato.
Channel 7 has got the 15. Royalties out here. Champagne spraying.
And here he is. Congratulations to this man, the 2021 V8 Supercars champion. Well done to Sato 15.
Highlander looks still on here. He's holding on to it. But I feel he's got it.
Great drive to come home in second. And it's just rewards for him as well. Tough championship for him in the modelling car. Come home second in the endurance round. He'll be happy with that.
Well done, Highlander.
Well
Dado
done.
comes home in third, but it's going to go down to a Logical due to the penalty.
Yeah, so this man's second in the championship. He'll be still happy, but he wants to get that monkey off his back. He came second last year and second again this year. But he gave the challenge all the way to the end to Sato. And this man, 5th, but he's going to get dropped down, promoted down. Oh, I mean, what do you say?
Down to 6th, yeah.
Demoted down to 6th with Jetto. Coming out of that final corner.
Jetto with the no Jetto look. He's got his right headlight, which is I'm a bit shocked by, and there we go.
So what a way to finish the year with this endurance race here at Mazda Raceway at the Laguna Seca, with Sato 15 coming out on top and also claiming the championship, with Highlander 1777 in second position with the Logical Sports. He gave it to Sato in times there, but just didn't have the pace in the end to come home third and second in the championship, with his teammate Dado Racer in 4th, and then Jetto 13 in 5th, which I believe that's 3rd in the championship. No, Dado's 3rd in the championship.
Dado's 3rd, I think.
Yeah, and then Dark Lord 78 in the Vazmat car in 6th position, losing from the time penalty. Night Havoc in 7th, leading the pace team of him and Commander Jim. They always finish pretty much together in the pace cars. They're so equal on pace. And then Casey, nice run in 9th position. He had a few little problems throughout the race, but to come home only a lap down in 9th, he'll be happy with that result. And then Tim and Jack rounding out the 10 with Blue Falcon and B Stang coming home in 11th and 12th. So there we go. So what a championship. And Matty, I believe that you have got the championship leader right beside you.
I do. How does it feel? You've broken the curse.
Yeah, wow.
Don't end with the well.
They made it difficult for me tonight. I tell you, all the cars just kept trying to push me off the track and defending really hard. It wasn't easy.
It was never going to be easy, Sato, but congratulations, mate, where it deserves. You did a tremendous job out there. 3-stop strategy, outfooled them all, mate, and kept it strong. And what a great victory in the end for you and taking out this 2021 V8 Supercars Championship.
Yeah, a bit disappointed Jetto didn't join me on the 3-stop strategy, because that would have been a 1-2 finish for us and a team's championship if that were the case.
Yeah, they're definitely, mate. But me and both myself, Woody Lizard, and Matty Seacon really enjoyed watching that race and giving it to Highlander. Geez, what a run he had too. He probably scared you there for a while. He looked like that he may have come out in front of you in that final stop, but you're out. You come out of that pit lane like a man possessed.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
I thought I was coming out well behind those guys because I was looking at my time delta to the cars behind. It was only 42 seconds, and then I see the fuel, because I didn't fill up in the second stop. I was going to put it all in on the third stop, but then I saw it was a 13-second fill up, and I'm actually going to come out behind these guys here. And somehow
by the looks, the two boys behind him slightly overfilled the cars.
Yeah, well,
we're
confused with Illogical too, because he came in same time, or pretty much same time as I did, and then he went long on that second stint. It was confusing.
Yeah, went to a 2-stop strategy, which may have cost him in the end. But they had their few dramas as well. They got caught up with a few incidents, the extra team, the guys. So wasn't smooth sailing for them either. So everyone got caught up with a few in this endurance race. So you kept to your guns and thoroughly deserved that victory and the championship. So well done, Sato.
Cheers, Woody.
All right, so that's the end of the V8 Supercars Championship here at ANZCRL Combined Racing League. Another fantastic series throughout 2021, and we are still just warming up for the GT3s coming up in the next couple of weeks. We have the entries opening up
as well.
Yeah, we've got the Seca 10 hour, but we've got the GT3 series all opening up, entries opening up on tomorrow at 6 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But before we kick off the series, we have a special event, which is the Seca 10 hour, and that's 2 hours around the Seca for a 10-hour simulated time with a Group A cars. So there's still entries there, so head over to our website, aus-nzcrl.weebly.com, and sign up, or find us on Facebook under groups as ANZCRL. And we're all here for Australian, New Zealand Xbox Project Car 2 races, so come and join us, and we look forward to seeing everyone again very shortly, obviously for the Seca 10 hour on the 4th of September. Until then, congratulations again to Sato 15 and the Cash Show Cars taking out the Drivers' Championship, and also the Team Extra Cars taking out the Teams Championship. I've been your host, Woody Lizard, and alongside me, Matty Seeking. Thanks again, Matty.
No worries, it was fun.
Definitely, and we'll see you, as I said, on Saturday the 4th of September for the Seca 10 hours. Till then, cheerio.